Hello, everybody, and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. My name is Tamar Mehr from Trade with Precision. Now, the event of the last 2 weeks in the market have increased the fear of a potential global recession, and crude oil is quite sensitive to fears of inflation, and what we've seen from a technical point of view is a break of a consolidation area. So let's take a look at the technical ingredients. So crude oil has touched the low over here around the 72 area back in December 2022, and ever since has been going sideways, haven't been able to break through that level. We can see a couple of precise touches at that area, a bounce from it. Each bounce we're making here lower high until last week we broke quite decisively through this level and also closed below it. We can also see that this week, yesterday, we already traded below last week low, but currently we are in the process of pulling back. Now let's take a look here on the daily chart, and on the daily chart we can see this breakout level quite nicely. So we can see the bounces from that level, from this low to this low, and we couldn't push higher. Came pretty close to it, tried to make a higher high, but slammed through to that level, found again support, couldn't push higher, and finally broke below it. So we can see for yesterday we have here a bullish rejection candle, and what I'm looking for is a pullback. I want to see the market coming back in and around to this breakout level. I want to see the market back in its averages, that area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages, the sell zone, and then I'll be looking for any signs that this pullback is over and the market is looking for continuation in the overall direction of this weekly chart and daily chart. Now, important to note on the monthly chart is that if we look at this level, and let me just zoom in a little bit so this will be a bit clearer, what we can see from this area is that the low of this level is basically the origin of the move that pushed to a higher high. So we had a touch here and another touch here, we pushed to that level, and then now on the monthly chart it looks like we're pulling back about 100% of that move. So the monthly chart is still in a confirmed uptrend, but I'll expect a bit more activity around this lower level. The next market that I'm watching quite closely is Euro CAD. Now, Euro CAD is interesting here on the monthly chart. So what we can see is that we had a touch and another touch on the way down. So we pushed to a lower low, came back, touched that level. So we had a very strong comeback here, lots of bullish momentum. We found resistance, we pulled back, but not as low. We made here a higher low, and we already broke this level, and currently we're retracing back. So from the monthly point of view, the next area, the next strong level of support and resistance sits in and around the 1.51. Now dropping down into the weekly chart, and we can see that the weekly chart is in an uptrend. We can see this level, rejection, rejection, rejection. We pulled back from it and came back and broke above it and also closed above it and pulled back and tried to go higher. So I'm looking for signs of a potential buyers coming back into this market. So taking a look here on the daily chart, and what I'd like to see is basically we had a pullback into the buy zone and now we're starting to go higher. And then I'll be looking for bullish setups such as compressions of price or momentum breakout above this level. The other one that I'm looking at, and quite similar but not the same, is Euro Aussie. And the reason it's not the same is that if we look at the weekly chart, we can see that we reacted to that resistance level. So if on EuroCAD, if we'll take a look at the weekly, we can see that we're sitting above this level, and there's quite a room to move until we reach the next level of support and resistance. On Euro Aussie, we actually came close to it. We are slightly below this high, and then we pull back. But if we'll take a look here on the daily chart, what we can see is that we had a very strong push to a higher high, and currently the market is pulling back, and it's sitting in and around the sweet spot of the Fibonacci retracement, so in between that 50 to 61.8% retracement. So once again here I'm looking for potential bullish opportunities, but in this case I want to look above this 1.6 level. So if I mark this area, we can see there's a couple of touches at that area, and if we'll drop to, let's say, the 4 hours and take a look at the activity here, we can see a touch, pushed lower, came back and touched it again. So I'm looking for, again, any kind of bullish setup such as compressions of price or a break and a pullback to look for a continuation of this long-term trend, keeping in mind of this high around the 162 that we have already reacted to it. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now.